अब मैं इंग्लिश में बयान के लिए मोहम्मद इर्तजा साहब से कहूँ कि वो आते हैं और इंग्लिश में एक मैसेज नौजवानों के लिए देते हैं।
إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا ومولانا محمد وبارك وسلم. Qibla, Hazrat Sahib, respected ulama, elders in Islam, brothers in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are currently in the month of Shaban and counting down the days to Ramadan. This is a month that the Prophet sallallahu, alaihi, said was his favorite month. And outside of Ramadan, this is the month that he fasted in most. Today I want to talk about two issues which are affecting our Muslim Ummah as a whole. Two issues that I see on a daily basis when I come to the masjid or even outside amongst Muslims, and I think something that needs to be tackled as a community. And they are our reluctance to accept when we're doing something wrong. When somebody tells us that we're doing something wrong, we automatically get defensive, and we do not accept when we have done something wrong. We do not accept when we are wrong. Instead, we get defensive and say, "Who are you to tell us?" And another side to this is that there's another thought amongst us that we think, live and let live. Do your own ibadat and leave the other person. If they don't do it, it doesn't matter. And this is a concept which is not in Islam. In Islam, we are ordered to give Amr bil Ma'ruf and Nahy anil Munkar. We have a collective responsibility to stop those who are doing wrong. And it is narrated by Abu Sa'id al-Khudri radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, who said from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم من رأى منكم منكرا فليغيره بيده فإن لم يستطع فبلسانه فإن لم يستطع بقلبه وذلك أضعف الإيمان. From those of you, if you see something bad, stop it with your hand. If you cannot stop it with your hand, stop it with your tongue. If you cannot stop it with your tongue, stop it with your heart. It means at least in your heart feel that this person shouldn't be doing this action. And this is the lowest, this is the weakest form of iman, when you're stopping it with your heart. This is the importance of stopping people from doing something wrong. This is how we develop as a community, as a society, when we tackle each other. Now, there's another thing that if a parent tells a child to read the Mass, the child might turn around and don't read the Mass yourself. Or a lot of people don't say something to somebody, do not tell somebody to do something right because they think that I'm not doing something right myself. That is not good enough reason to not tell somebody else to do something good. If you're not doing something good, if you're not reading your prayers, if you're not doing the faraid, that is wrong, that is your own ability. But you're telling somebody else to do a good action, that is a good action in itself. And just because you don't do an action yourself doesn't mean you shouldn't tell others. And okay, they might turn around and say to you that you don't do this action, you don't do that action, you do this wrong, you do that wrong. And you should accept it. You say, yeah, you're right, I do this wrong, I should change this. And what you do wrong, which I just pointed out, you should change that. That's how we're going to develop as a community. For example, I'll give you an example. In Jummah, I've seen that when there's gaps in the lines, and the Imam will stand up and say, can you fill up the lines? People just stand there. There's a gap in front of them, but they will just stand there. They'll wait for somebody else to fill the line up, but they won't fill it themselves. That's because we're coming into these masajid with arrogance. Now the thing is, when we come into most of the masajid, there's a place to take our shoes off. And taking the shoes off is symbolic. It's not only just taking your shoes off, you also take off everything. Any dunyavi, any worldly thoughts that you might have, any arrogance or egos, you should take them off as well. Leave them where you take your shoes off. Come into the masjid with an open heart, with a pure heart, come with a class, and then you will actually learn something. And try to be helpful towards the Muslims. If you see a gap in the line, try to fill it up. This is what we see. I've seen it quite often now. And this is, I think, it's the state of that's why we are in the state that we are today. And if you want to, we look at Islam and we say that it's weak, everybody's aware of it. Islam is in a weak state. The reason why it's in a weak state is because we are in a weak state. And it will not get strong until we ourselves make ourselves stronger. It's not good enough just looking at the ulama and saying that the ulama should do this. They should have a magic wand which makes everything okay. No, the ulama are from us as well. They are part of the people as well. And it's only when we work as a community, get together, and everyone try to do. You just ask yourself, how much do you do for Islam? How much are we doing for Islam on a daily basis? We're all busy. We all have lives. We all go to work. We have our family lives. But you have to take time out. Now, we're hopefully trying to start some classes in this masjid, inshallah, on Saturdays or whichever day it suits people. And we used to have Dars Quran on Tuesdays, which stopped. Inshallah, alongside we'll be starting that again soon, on Fridays, I think, or whatever day will suit people. That was really good. And we also have Zikr Sharif on Thursdays, and we're thinking of starting maybe in 5 times of the Dars Hadith after Zikr Sharif as well. These are all events that are taking place in this masjid. And what we need is everybody to get involved as a community. This is your desire, not only in this mosque, any masjid, whichever is your local masjid. You should get involved, do something, take some time out, do something, get involved. I'm available if anybody wants to come to me and take my number, and let's do some stuff, do some work, inshallah, for our community, and hopefully make everybody better. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us all the tawfiq to do work with the class.